I have a question for you. How do you stay on your diet? What's up, guys? This is Butch from Fitness Psychology, and this is where I'm going to discuss all things, all topics with your mindset, your nutrition, and your fitness, because that's ultimately going to make you a happier and healthier you, which is just going to improve your quality of life. So before we jump into it, though, you know the drill. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the bell notification so you guys can be notified when a new video comes out. And hey, without further ado, let's jump into this. All right, so you are on a diet right now. So my previous video I spoke about is that, hey, let's start planning a diet, right? So now the next thing is gonna be, how do you stay on the diet? Because countless times where I've dealt with clients or even just talked to members is that they'll start a diet, everything's all fine and dandy at first, but then they end up falling off the bandwagon. So why is that? So in this video, I just want to discuss about how are we gonna stay on your diet, because the more you stay on your diet, the more you're actually going to see results, and that's what we're trying to achieve here with fitness psychology. So let's jump into this. This is important. You want to stay on your diet because you started this diet for a particular reason. You wanted to feel more confident. You want to have better self-esteem. You know, there's a bunch of reasons that we all go on a diet. I mean, you know you're going to be a happier individual and healthier if you stay on this diet, because your body's going to change, your mood's going to be better, you're going to have more energy. So we have to make sure we're staying on this and we're staying the course. Because if you fall off, you're going to feel guilty and you're going to beat yourself up, and we're not going to tolerate any of that garbage anymore there. You don't deserve that. So let's dive into this. Okay, so if you're going to stay consistent with your diet, here's what you need to do. Is you have to, one of the main things always with this is you have to know what your triggers are. So a trigger is going to be something, let's just say, you know, you have a bad day at work. This is a great example, and you're stressed out, and so now you just want to eat a bunch of garbage. That's like a trigger. So if you're going to stay consistent on your diet, you have to know what triggers are happening that provoke you to maybe binge or whatever it is. Another good trigger, example of a trigger is, okay, so let's just say you have a sugar craving. A lot of you guys do, and I'm seriously one of them. So how do you combat that? You have to know your trigger. For me personally, when it's the weekend, you know, I definitely want to like tap into some ice cream. I don't do it all the time, but I'm human, right? So what I'll do is I'll make sure to combat that, to avoid that. I'll always just buy a lot of fruits. So anything that I love berries. But that's my way to beat that craving, is to just buy fruit. So you have to know your trigger, and you have to know how to substitute that trigger, because you want to put something that's a better solution for the outcome. And once you keep repeating that process, it does get easier. So the hardest part with a diet is the very beginning, I would say. So that's a good example right there, is how to stay consistent with your diet is know your triggers. So if you're going to stay consistent with your diet, you're going to have to find ways to suppress your appetite. Now, I don't want you to go buck wild and just restrict yourself to where you're only just eating like ice cubes and drinking water. Like, we don't do that here. What you need to do is just find some natural, healthy ways to suppress your appetite. And they're actually pretty easy. One way to actually suppress your appetite is to chew gum. If you chew gum, that gives you the sensation of you're eating something, and that always, I found for me personally, really helps out if I'm having like a craving, and it just ends up going away if I chew gum. For me also too is if it's in the morning, for example, I'll actually drink some coffee, because that suppresses my appetite, and I think coffee is delicious and everyone loves coffee. You can drink a lot of water with lemon in it. I found that to really help suppress my appetite, especially if I'm doing some like cutting. Another natural way too is if you're getting a craving, you're getting hungry. What I always found too is if you just do some simple light physical activity. So that could be anything from taking a walk, do some crunches, do some push-ups, do some squats, get your body moving, because then your mind will be taken off of the fact that you're hungry. So that's another good way. I like to incorporate those techniques when I'm going on a diet, is just finding some natural, healthy ways to maybe suppress my appetite a little bit. Okay, another way to stay consistent with your diet is you should really consider having a cheat meal. And I can't stand like using the word like cheat meal and all that stuff, because I do think that's a little bit of a bad stigma behind it. But you have to allow yourself to have a phenomenal meal that you truly crave, because if you don't, you're just gonna go insane. And here's the thing is with fitness psychology, guys, I am not gonna be the dude who's gonna say, hey, you have to eat chicken and rice every day, chicken and broccoli every day, and that's gonna be the best way to lose weight. I want you to enjoy your freaking life, man. So definitely have a meal that is considered like a big cheat meal, because you'll feel better after you do it, but you have to make sure you're doing it in a very inappropriate manner. You can't have like 3 or 4 cheat meals throughout the week and saying, hey, I'm doing good. You have to stick to maybe just 1 or 2, but make sure you allow to have that cheat meal, and seriously, you'll feel rewarded for it, but you have to keep consistent and make sure it's only 1 to 2 cheat meals. A great way to stay consistent with your diet is have someone make you accountable. That's one of the great things about being a trainer is I love keeping people accountable. It helps me too, but when you have someone that's gonna keep you accountable, whether that's, hey, just checking in on their weight, their progress, whatever the case is, if you're putting it out there, it makes it easier for you to stay on track of your diet, to not fall off. So have someone make you accountable, because if you wanna see results with your diet, that's gonna take anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks. So you have to give yourself time, and I always found that being accountable with someone just vastly improves your success rates of achieving that weight loss goal. And here's the last thing I want to talk about with staying consistent. You have to remember why you're doing this. I'm gonna say that again. You have to remember why you're doing this. Diets are tough, they're challenging. It's like a mental warfare going on sometimes, because you just really want to eat something really bad and you don't give any shits about it. But you have to like calm yourself down and retract a little bit. Think about why you're doing this. You are going on a diet because you want to change something about you, about yourself, about your body, about your image. So if you keep that in front of your mind the whole time, you are going to succeed without a doubt. But when people go on a diet, they're just doing it for like external motivation. Oh, because that chick is in a bikini or that dude has a 6-pack. So they're doing it because of that. No, see, that's wrong. You got to do it for you. And that's going to be your why. That's going to help you to push through with this diet and to achieve the results that you're looking for and that you deserve. So know your why you're doing this. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to feel good about yourself? Hey, by the way, like I said, I'm gonna be doing that a lot now with my YouTube videos. I want you guys to, hey, hit that like button so we can build this thing up. So that's it, guys. That's how you can be consistent with your diet, and always be patient with yourself when it comes to this. Because remember, we live in that instant gratification society where you have to get everything at a snap of the finger or a thumbs up. But you have to remember to be patient with yourself, and that's how you're going to be consistent, and that's how you're going to go ahead and achieve your weight loss goals. So let me know, guys, what kind of like ways or techniques do you want to hear, or is there something I didn't list on how to be consistent with your diet? Do you need help with being consistent with your diet? Let me know. I would love to help out. It's fun. It's a blast to see that journey of someone starting from day 1 to day 30 to day 90. It's incredible. But let me know down below. And guys, hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, hit the thumbs up and hit the bell notification. But I will see you on the next video. So hey, stay healthy, stay you.